Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 milliamp hour power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Welcome back to Rytro, where we bring you in-depth analysis on Russia's latest developments. Today, we're diving into a story that might have slipped under your radar: Vladimir Putin's plan to hike taxes to pay for the war effort. It seems like just last year, Putin promised that Russia's basic tax framework would remain unchanged until at least 2030. But now, the finance ministry is pushing forward with a second tax hike since the start of the full-scale war against Ukraine. That's right, folks, another increase on top of the already hefty VAT rate we saw in 2022. The standard VAT is set to rise from 20 to 22%, and while that might not sound like a huge deal at first glance, it adds up when you consider that this change will only affect non-essential goods. That means food, medicines, medical supplies, and children's products. The things we all need to survive will remain untouched by this tax hike. But what's behind this sudden change? According to reports, officials are saying it's all about keeping the war chest full. And that's exactly what it is, a clever way for the government to tap into our pockets without us even noticing. I mean, who doesn't love the idea of supporting their country's military efforts? Of course, not everyone is happy about this tax hike. Many Russians are already feeling the pinch from rising living costs and inflation. And let's not forget about the economic impact of a higher VAT rate. It could lead to fewer jobs, reduced consumer spending, and a slower economy. But what does this mean for Putin's plans? Well, it seems like he's determined to keep his promise to fund social programs and strengthen defense. The budget proposal allocates significant funds for subsidies on mortgages, road repairs, and the agricultural sector, all aimed at boosting economic growth and creating jobs. And that's not all. The plan also includes steps to crack down on shell companies, which could lead to a reduction in corruption and increased transparency. It's a clever move by Putin's administration to improve their public image while still lining their pockets with our money. But what about the appointments of Alexander Gutsin as Prosecutor General and Igor Krasnov as head of the Supreme Court? These moves are being met with skepticism from some, who argue that they're just another attempt to consolidate power and suppress dissent. The Federation Council has unanimously approved both appointments, but it remains to be seen how these new figures will shape Russia's justice system. As we wrap up today's analysis, one thing is clear: Vladimir Putin's government is on a mission to make our money work for them. But at what cost? Will this tax hike lead to economic growth or just more suffering for ordinary Russians? That's something only time will tell.